West African Regional Bloc ECOWAS has condemned the push by Niger's military junta to bring treason charges against ousted President Mohamed Bazoum. The bloc says the move represents yet another form of provocation and contradicts the willingness of the military to restore constitutional order through peaceful means. On its part, the U.S. State Department expressed its dismay that the Niger leader had been charged, with spokesperson Vedant Patel describing the charges as, and I quote, completely unwarranted and unjustified, end of quote. The junta took power about 3 weeks ago, keeping Bazoum in detention in the process. In a statement read out on national television, the army spokesman said they'd been gathering evidence against the deposed leader and what they claimed were his local and foreign collaborators.
En tout état de cause, le gouvernement nigérien a réuni...
In any event, the government of Niger has to date gathered the necessary evidence to prosecute before the competent national and international authorities the ousted president and his local and foreign accomplices for high treason and undermining the internal and external security of Niger, following his exchanges with the nationals of foreign heads of state and heads of international organizations.
Des chefs d'État étrangers et des responsables d'organisations.
Meanwhile, the Africa Union's Peace and Security Council has met to discuss updates on the situation in Niger and efforts to address it. The meeting took place at the AU headquarters in the Ethiopian capital, Addis Ababa. Those in attendance include AU Commission Chief Musa Faki Mahamat, as well as representatives from Niger and the West African Bloc ECOWAS. Last week, Faki expressed concern at the reported poor conditions of Bazoum's detention and called his treatment at the hands of coup leaders unacceptable. For more on this story, we are now joined by Arise correspondent Awal Ibrahim, who is in Niger's capital, Niamey. Good morning, Awal.
Yeah, good morning.
So, Awal, what's the situation in Niamey this morning?
Well, the situation in Niamey this morning is the town is very calm, and from the information we gather, so it is across other parts of Niger as well. People are going out and about, doing their normal routines on a daily basis. So far, from the government side, it's just the issue of the new order being issued, where in few days to come, there is expectation of the inauguration of the National Consultative Forum, which will now sit and be discussing issues on the way forward, as well as the Human Rights Protection and Commission that will also be inaugurated, then also the Press Council, a kind of a body that will be monitoring how information is being disseminated. That should be under the office of the Minister for Communication, because Nigeria is not having Minister for Information like we do in Nigeria. So the town is calm and everything is going as normal across.
Yeah, we have seen, Nigerian citizens demonstrating in support, going to the stadium to demonstrate in support of the coup leaders. What's the view of the common man about the current state of affairs in that country? You must have interacted with a few of them.
Yes, from the interactions with the people, I think it was the sanction that really triggered the solidarity rally in Sweden for the past 7 to 10 days across the Niger Republic. The opinion is the problem is their own problem, and they alone know how and when to solve it. Moreover, a majority of them are complaining that it has not been so good with them on the economic part with the austere regime. So they are now being optimistic that the present military regime will bring succor. So that is why they are saying they should be allowed to address and solve their own problems themselves. If ECOWAS should come in, it should come in as a mediator, but not to force the military out of power and bring back Bazoum, which majority of the people are saying they prefer the current situation than what was obtained in the recent past, most especially the economic part of this. And the elites are also complaining that they don't have much say about their resources, citing example that the major beneficiary of these resources are not doing anything to the common man in the Niger Republic. Since the military are saying they want to take back their own country, per se, so that what's for Niger should be for the Nigerians. Hence, the support rally across the country for the military.
Okay, so who are they pushing the blame to here? And I want to ask the general state of play locally. How are the sanctions hitting them in Niamey? What's the price of rice? What are the price of commodities? What's the inflation level like?
Yes, business part of things have gone through the market, and they are complaining, especially the further blockage in the Nigeria and the Benin axis. They say their goods have been trapped. Some of them are even perishing. But still, they have this patriotic deal. Some of them say no matter the situation, they are not going to increase or inflate prices. They are going to hold hands together and survive. To them, they are saying this is a trying moment because they have never faced a situation like this, whereby Niger's neighbors will block its borders against Niger. To them, it's a clarion call. It's time for them to have a rethink on the way forward. If this thing should happen again, before the next occurrence, according to them, definitely they must have, preferred solutions so that in case of any eventuality, especially on the electricity power cuts, I visited one of the media houses. I'm surprised they don't even have a power plant that's a power generating state. Suddenly, they were relying on the national grid. So once the power is cut off, they don't have any alternative but to wait for when it will be restored. But I also observed there are parts of Miami that will spend days with light, while others will be having it in kind of a rationing. So it's not as bad as we were investing on the power part. Then on the economic part again, the sanction actually have started, having some changes on the Nigerians. This is the reason yesterday during the, briefing by the military spokesperson, he says they have observed there are shortages of supply, especially in hospitals, but they have rolled out plans on how to curtail these shortages.
A major part of the narrative at this end has been, quite a number of Nigerians saying, oh, the Nigerians, they are our people. We have historical, cultural affinities. But from your interaction with the people, what is the prevailing sentiment in Niger, in Niamey particularly, about Nigeria's role in this particular crisis that they have? Do they think that Nigerians are bad people? Do they think that we are nice people and we are being misled by our leaders?
Yes, from the onset, that was the impression. But the recent development, where they heard that the National Assembly, the Nigerian Senate to be specific, was still opting for a diplomatic solution to the whole thing, and also the delegations that have been coming, the recent one, the Islamic clerics that visits the Niger head of state, that also, softened the perception that Nigeria is an enemy. But for now, they know that it's just the ECOWAS team, but it is not just Nigeria as a country alone. So they are now pushing the blame to the ECOWAS. That is what they are saying. The ECOWAS should come to Niger and discuss with the military rulers on the way forward. Let them be pushed on when will they have to think of passing the transition period? But not the issue of coming into Niamey to attack the military regime and reinstall Mohamed Bazoum. According to them, it's already getting close to a month, and it will no longer be possible to bring back the all-state democratic dispensation.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Awal Ibrahim. Please keep safe out there, and we look forward to listening to more updates from you from Niger.